But I think the first two matches we've seen from these teams are fairly telling at where they are right now.
Setting expectations.
Okay, retake B. He has one trip here. That's fine. I'll move this for a sec.
Somewhere that they're going to feel comfortable going to.
See, it's just 5v5 retakes every single time. This is Sunset V2. No cap. This bomb site is Sunset V2.
Karen sitting around mid, very late in the game. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Texture to at least drop his one.
He might die, yeah.
And Heretics find the kill. Now that laneway, all that stands between the defuse and the round victory. Munchkin, though, manages to drop Woot, and they've already destroyed the wingman.
Yeah, post-plant lineups already coming in.
Cam's a bit,
making it
you want my cam a bit higher?
for anybody to get near that spike. We see Heretics do this exact same sort of post, just sitting back, holding,
volume up.
sending utility on towards that spike, and then just pre-firing this angle. Even still, though,
they
have managed to get it to half, but they need a little bit more, and that time is ticking too far gone.
This map, this bomb site fucking blows.
Gen.G is gonna kick
it blows because you can't hold it.
Beautiful play from Gen.G.
And then they just leave the site. And then there's a one little lane where all they have to do is spam it.
And we've seen teams
and still go A.
Up top trying to cancel out any updraft dashes. But it's just a conventional push from Gen.G. And they know exactly where Benji is. Nice and clean.
Nobody else really.
Wonder how this fucking retake's gonna go.
Some aim practice early on for Texture. It's gonna
oh
be
my god, he wasn't kidding. He wasn't gonna back off. He was not kidding.
He's now 2 away from a Blade Storm.
Yeah, I think it's been like 14 4Ks.
That's my favorite thing about this comp, I'm not gonna lie. Is the ability to throw fakes is so simple.
Hey, you wouldn't want to do it against an eco anyways, right? We want that to be a meaningful ace. If he's going to do it, maybe it's here. They've still got
sorry, that's what. Yeah, that pissed you guys off.
Struggled.
Yo, you guys are fucking anal about this shit.
Sure, he came into the series late again.
Yo, that's crazy. People are freaking out over that. That's funny to me. With Cypher, one Cypher trip. But she does have a suck to slow down the hit.
How important it is for him to have his ult for entering in.
No.
It's caught Texture. Will he make it back? Just about. He's safe for now. Boo, not so much though.
1 for 1, not good enough.
Just the
not
one.
good enough.
Spike drop. They know it's on its way to B, and there's reinforcements coming through.
And they get this bomb down. This is a very hard round to win for Heretics. And he has your ult. Oh my god, I can't believe he didn't use it.
Really been to stand. Karen's position has already been spotted, and a lot of low players now for the side of Gen.G. Bonus not exactly going to plan, and it seems like it's only going to get a little bit worse as we will see Texture fall off the edge of the map. And well, we definitely need the replay from Benji. He even did a little dance, a little emote at the end.
At first, and then I think an updraft. Oh, there
you
he
just
goes.
hate to see this.
30 seconds left.
Oh, yeah, he was falling for quite a long time. This had been happening for a while, evidently, but he's having a good time at least. And of course, the last round flawless financially. Gen.G are going to be able to go back into this round with another purchase. In fact,
he's having a blast.
They're in a great spot overall.
Even a little bit of a moneymaker in the last. There goes the ult, immediate TP, so he's nice and close, ready to take this. Already spotting the first. There's a lot of info now. They know there's 3 players here. The decoy is going to be used, sending them back alongside the recon. This is site
they just
control
get the site.
and a plant for Gen.G.
And the
this is all they want.
No ults.
Gets them into that post plant again. At least it will do. Slightly moved to the plant, but it's still going to be a difficult place to fight from, especially with Meteor up close. That's going to get cleared out by the drone. That's something at least, and actually he gets dropped. Trying to maneuver himself back out of position.
Do you think he has a TP or something?
But they've still got 4 to find.
Yo, what a kill.
Already spotted, but
wow.
Already, Karen takes away the ace possibility, and again, he'll be denied the 5th. But Gen.G win the round, and I guess that's all that matters. Spirits are definitely high on that roster.
2 rounds, that's all his kills on the board at the moment. 8-2. It's funny, last round he falls off the map, having a little bit of a laugh.
Wow.
And now he's the one laughing at absolutely everybody else. Just so clean with it. And I don't even think there's arguments at the moment for who is the best player in the world. This guy is just tearing everybody apart. It's already looking a little bit scary.
Seems almost undeniable. One of the
Did it
best
cancel
teams in
now?
the world, we know, but it could be the texture. Good for one, and the dash
Are
keeps
you
him on the map.
fucked?
He's not falling this time, and it's Miniboo who loses his life early on.
Oh,
Trading out
good
the death
cancel
Meteor.
to
Look at the shift
leave.
from Gen.G. They know the rotates have come in, and sure, the drone is going to see that no one has actually pushed through that gap, and the texture's fallen back, but it's all about the position of Boo. He's able to catch Karen, confirming the rotation they suspected, and now slowing them down. The stars put to cover his retreat, and he's right back to middle. No need to take that fight. With 40 seconds on the clock, the pressure's on for Gen.G to find an opening.
Yeah, his only goal was to buy time. The rest of the team fully rotating, but it seems like Gen.G might just go back. And while Benji, I think he's made that realization.
30 seconds left.
Even still, though, Munchkin could just make a little bit of noise, try and attempt to bait them, and actually without spotting anything out.
Oh, he heard that.
This push.
Oh.
His teammate's starting to come back, but the cam is going to give the game away. And now you're going to see Wu get back into position. Even still, a potential for a 1 versus 1, but with the time so desperately low, there was a moment for Boo. But they are going to be making their way on. A nice kill for Wu at least. 7 seconds, and there's the spam. That's a spike down. Round already over.
Honestly, I like the way both teams just fucking played that round.
It's a second on the board for Heretics.
What a push by Boo, though.
He's not giving them the fight.
I think a lot of this is...
Ooh, they're doing... Are they faking A?
Down to time.
Oh, they're faking an A split and then going B.
That A site.
That's disgusting, bro.
Put there, but it is all a ruse. I think maybe the TP will have been heard. I think Boo was close enough. Has that information, but caught sleeping at the wheel.
Oh, you got to kill him.
Try and defend this. The flash was good, but the counter flash was even better.
He's just stuck in the corner. He can't even retreat for free, knowing there could be someone peeking from the box. He's trying to force the fight. Catch at least one as they fall back from these plant positions, but there's nothing to be found.
Lakia has ult.
Around the edge, and there it is.
Oh, Wood has ult too.
Against texture. Nice ranged fight with Karen down. That's some of the utility at least. Removed, and an early snake bite will buy them a little bit of time. The thrash on its way, and it's caught Meteor. Only one man can defend him. Lakia is firing out the shot.
Oh wow, it's not even half.
Delaying the defuse at least for a moment.
Oh my god.
Fury now comes in to do the same.
It's not half, guys.
Once, gets its mark. Second shot's
it's half now.
Third will be a kill, but it's already half. They've got the kills.
Oh my god, Lakia is a god.
He got 2 in the space of a second. And that's Gen.G locking in another round.
Then uses
that is a gross molly they threw on the left side.
Basically just keep someone in position. And it's just the late round utility from Lakia. His post plant has been disgusting.
Wow, Meteor.
That bought enough time. And wow, this is why we always want to see Meteor back on that duelist. If he was on any other team, that's probably where he would be.
It's clear.
To A in time, maybe. They can grab a pick,
oh,
but it
what
looks
a
like the stack
fucking
will stick on B.
lurk by this guy.
Gamble is that maybe he can
oh, Munchkin's going to have a disgusting lurk here.
And even if not, he has the Blade Storm for the next round. The bigger problem, though, is that Boo's going to be under serious pressure. And he has nothing to play with. He expects the TP and actually wins that initial fight. Done incredibly well to read the gap where his opponent's going to be. And now pushing into this. Actually has risks about
my god, they ran...
ones at close range, a singular headshot.
How has he done this?
And Boo's given them a real chance in this round.
He gets the smoke up too. They win the fight through the wall. Munchkin and Lakia, the last 2 alive.
This flank, man.
Munchkin might just
if they win another 2v4,
it's goes up and he's already spotted one, but Miniboo. Spidey senses were tingling.
Oh no.
You can feel those eyes on him. Turns to take the kill, and with that, Heretics. Well, actually, Meteor seems to be going towards the back of the site.
They have the site.
Just taking the control to dash in from Texture to meet him. They've got boots on
bomb
the ground,
site.
and Team Heretics decide not to compete.
This is also a spam fest, though.
Through, just ignored.
Oh, they're pushing CT?
Texture going up close.
I think they should leave.
For a second, he's going into that right corner, but the smoke's fading. He'll tuck away and play this post plant with the squad.
Immediate flash.
Astra's still lurking mid.
They're going to know where Texture is, but the rest of the team is still elusive for the rest. And even still getting past this double duelist could be tough. Texture combining Meteor with another. And although they've lost Munchkin, I don't think it's going to matter. Lakia doesn't quite connect. Benji's been given a small opportunity, but again, Texture is there, leaving it to just Boo.
They're just not even letting them take that part of the map, or that part of the site. Just holding the back of site.
This double duelist
Full mid A split.
Disgustingly strong when it came to the B site. As we've seen from the other side, a much faster paced move here. It's going to be Benji completely caught off guard. Meteor's already managed to get that open arena.
He can't even run through.
Trying to just hold on to some ground, but the A site almost completely lost.
Yeah, Rians doesn't want to overcommit to this. He's heard a player come back up towards the top. They're ready for him.
That's the first time I've seen a mid-A split work like that flawlessly.
Favoring Meteor. He's lit Woot. to a fraction of his HP, down to 10. Texture falls. They're conscious that Meteor could be coming on the
my
flank.
god.
Boot looks away just as he rounds the corner. That's going to be a late flank potential.
Yeah, this is...
Look how far behind someone like Boo is if they lose these players.
Oh, yeah, he took out a dart.
Although Miniboo's quick to correct. Keep it into a 3v3. Late flank by Boo, spotted. No, he has to win this fight to give them a chance to be able to pressure these players, but it's Lakia to come ahead. Miniboo already on his third, hunting down the ace. It's been evading the jet on the other side, and he won't find it this time.
Oh
Hunter's
my
Fury burned
god,
up at the end,
this comp low-key is broken on attack. I can't cap.
Team Heretics now.
Well, they have all of A main control. Problem is the other team's hitting B. Astra's gonna have to hold this.
Who's next? It's gonna be Paramount.
Same TP we've seen before from Meteor.
Heaven
Uses the ult,
and backside.
gets up close. Last time, Heretics gave the site up completely. This time, that's not really an option with Boo so close, and the decoy distracts
he killed him.
Just long enough. One more bullet could have done the job.
He fell again.
Down she goes. Okay, Ben.G able to eliminate Texture, keeps the numbers competitive, but Meteor's got a flash play. Even on low health. He's not falling back. He won't be deterred, but the Hunter's Fury makes it more interesting.
That was a clone. I thought someone fell.
3 still standing, but once more it's those post plants. Munchkin's even. Well,
all right. Well, he has a fucking Odin.
Sat there.
This guy has a fucking Odin.
Backlines, just waiting to spam onto the spike. They've still got the snake bite available as well, and they can try and pull players away. Now they've cleared all of the close positions. Miniboo maybe having that realization. But there goes up the orb, and now it's left all onto Munchkin, just trying his best to buy as much time as possible. It has already been half though, which could be a problem. Miniboo needs this
well
kill.
Played.
And, well, anything else isn't going to stop it. Heretics at least
5 is good.
managed to get themselves that fifth round, but even still, it's a solid half for Gen.G. Maybe a little bit more exciting though.
They full left B open. They're going to use this orb to retake this area.
Meteor or Texture, and I don't know if they're going to be stopping anytime soon. Speaking of that, just look at Miniboo, straight sprinting in towards the B side. Seems like both teams have a similar idea, but already it's going to be the, well, almost flood back in immediately. They don't even look like a retake. They're so
oh my god, they're just still fighting. They're still fighting over here.
Munchkin swinging, but nobody can get ahead of Meteor.
Yo, that orb, that orb is gross, dude.
Start to the second half in a map that we need to see
look at this orb.
Win if you're a fan of Bind, because Lotus, let's just say Gen.G are pretty good there. They certainly were last time these two teams faced.
It's so easy to forget when a team has someone like Texture, how good Meteor. This might just be a shooting gallery for Munchkin.
All right, well, let's see.
Have a lot of support. This might
if he gets
mean
traded,
that
which
get a trade
is
or
very
get
unlikely,
in for that after plant. He's going to try his best to slow them down.
See, this orb just allows him to play like this.
Snakebite does keep them in position for at least a moment, and that's long enough for Lakia to strike. One more shot down below to Woot. We'll deal with him, and it's just Boo.
Not a terrible round.
Nice and easy.
Got both orbs, got 2
Gen.G.
kills. Not a bad round for Heretics.
Seeming like a bit of a death sentence.
Problem is on the retake, they can suck and molly this area when they're defusing.
Seeming a bit more problematic.
Days in Gen.G.
Well, with how he's been playing, you can understand why he's feeling confident. Drones going up on the other side of Munchkin again. He's already going to do serious damage on the entry to the site.
Oh, Meteor's being caught. I think he might have gate crashed in, but he certainly didn't gate crash out.
Oh, he TP'd into the molly.
Mosh Pit takes him down. They know Munchkin was up top as well.
Oh, they definitely don't know this guy's here.
Work with, and it's the fight onto Miniboo.
Big kill.
And Heretics come out ahead.
All right, they should win. They should win the round now.
Now a 4 versus 3. And one of those players left alive has the weaknesses. Thrash put through. No conversion on it, but Karen goes down. It was the aggression up top that got yet another
Wait, what's happening?
Almost slipped away with Ben.G fishing.
No way, right?
In the end.
Okay, no way.
But with Lakia down, a 1 versus 3 for Texture. A big round from this man. We've seen plenty of them. 8 bullets left and no HP.
3 alive as well.
6.
Huge.
Heretics are back on the board.
That could be the team that, well, went on the run to the final, even if he
another
wasn't
free
there.
orb A main. Yoru plays A with Astra. They're so passive.
Similar setup to what Gen.G were going for.
Yo!
On the attack side. One player lurking B, one lurking on mid, but Boo overextends slightly, gets his head ripped clean off. A valuable opening duel for Gen.G. They don't have to get out of position to do it. There's no risks that can be punished.
Oh
and the spam
boy,
from
Gen.G just wins this game, guys.
Deleting Miniboo.
This lurk doesn't even matter. No one's even near this lurk.
The split here from
They're gonna hear this.
2 players through main, fighting Meteor and still not able to drop him before he draws blood. Ben.G's the last man standing. 1 against 3. Spike dropped in the open. And at this point, they know where he is from the door breaking.
He needs to isolate one. He'll get the first chance. And actually
how has Texture missed that?
Uncharacteristic from Texture. And now has the information of where both of these players are. Karen just waiting.
Oh my god, he's gonna win it.
Spawn, but the time now gives the game away. It's not
He's
clean,
going
but
to win the
Gen.G's getting
round.
the job done. Another kill under his belt. 25 seconds to play with, so doesn't need to go for the plant just yet. And you can see Munchkin slowly making his move. The cam is actually going to give it away. He now knows exactly where his opponent is. May be able to try and retrieve that spike, but is almost trying to bait in his opponent for the fight. Try and get him to pick this one, sticking it all the way. But that snake bite is going to slow him a little bit more. Munchkin,
well played, Munchkin.
A safe pair of hands.
Clutches the round after getting the first blood.
Dangerous, but even still feel like he's going to be safe to win the duel. Utility being thrown in. Potential that the rest of the players are just still going to try this dive in towards the B side. Hasn't been successful so far. Great flash, but even still the dart is better.
3 guys here, I mean.
Takes it this time there with the opener. Caron does go down though.
Big kill.
Again,
there's a world where they win this. The bomb is so far away though.
It's successful.
Nah, bomb is way too far away.
Towards Boo. You know, he's felt that he had the space. He heard the steps as they backed off. The Astra Star on B. And he took it. But winning that fight was essential. Otherwise, this whole squad would be left in no man's land. Instead,
Heretics
they
loses.
capitalize on the space. Ult by Meteor to grab the info.
Too much space. Too much space gain.
Site control. They've already flooded back in through the choke point. Now they just have to fight on the sides, and the drop from Lakia, it buys enough space.
Oh my god, 1v1.
Swinging either way, but with Boo on 20 HP, it's down to Munchkin again. But this time, it's Heretics coming out on top.
Also incredibly low on
He had
HP,
1 bullet?
so I don't even know if he would have got a second chance, but this is what he's been hoping for. We've seen a few rounds now where he's been taking these fights on the other side of the map from the team.
He had 3 bullets left.
I don't know if they would have expected him to be able
Still,
to do this
fucking
much.
insane shot.
A big round victory.
And they got rid of the Euro
economy,
ult.
and more importantly,
that's
it
massive.
has sent
I think it's the right call, for sure. Play the gamble. They'll push up on A, try to force the issue.
They're pushing here to make them go into textures
Shock
up.
Dart as well, thrown in for some damage, but doesn't land. It has slowed Heretics. The idea here, you contest it early, you get the space, or you manage to push them back in the other direction. A lot of the time, that's what we'll see from teams after seeing that kind of resistance. In the late round, they'll expect that stack to be on A. The op still sitting around mid.
100% they go back to B and get the orb.
It's the rifle on
and then they're going to get go ult into
B.
B. 1,000,000%.
It could be huge, but Heretics aren't committed yet.
Really? They're not doing it.
back to B. I was gonna say,
Oh, he's
the
bringing
orb
the
is
drone.
still there, so they could go retrieve that, get Thrash on.
Nope, never mind. They're just going A.
At least in terms of where they feel
Oh,
confident.
no, they're not.
The drones made them
Okay,
go back.
so might be there. Now they are
Oh,
gonna head
boy.
over. And as I said, if they get
They're
the
going to
orb,
think Munchkins,
that could put
they
them in a
still
pretty
haven't
powerful
seen textures
position.
op.
The only thing I'm worried about
I don't
is
know if
heading
that's
back
true or
into
not,
your
but I don't
right
think
to the
they've seen
rightful.
texture opping yet.
That's also where
They're assuming
the
he is,
Viper's
but they haven't
Pit
seen it.
could be put into play. And there's a Hunter's Fury for Lakia if he wanted to try and buy time on the plant, if he could rotate into position. That's the main danger, but they don't know they're walking into it.
They have absolutely no idea. There's the snake bite, even going to cancel out the drone. 20 seconds left, barely any time.
Nope,
You can't take this back in the other direction. It's time to commit. Viper's Pit goes in to slow them, but texture,
He's missed.
another
Chat, he's
uncharacteristic
missed.
whiff. And the plant
Chat.
around the backside. The pit's not covering it, but the Hunter's Fury stops it. Lakia grabbing one, looking to do a bit more damage as the push comes around the back, and it's beautiful.
What a play!
Karen's dropped him just in time, and with the spike down, the round is done. Gen.G have made it work. An absolutely gorgeous game plan.
What a
And what a
play.
result.
They were set up so perfectly for that.
To be thankful.
And
for
he
that.
has fucking Yoru Astra ready to help him.
Because
Because Yoru can just TP back to B. Another Munchkin versus Boo battle. Munchkin just wins these battles every time.
Waiting for this peak to come through. He might get one, but he can't get out, and not even the one to be found. Punish from Mini Boo. The rifle's in play for Heretics. Matching up this time against the early aggression on A main. They won't be sent back in the other direction this time. At least it'll be of their own accord if they do.
Yeah, we've seen one double stack.
Okay, so they're going to drone back B to push this guy back, make this guy go here,
Meteor.
and then go A. I respect it.
The potential for an ultimate. The dimensional drift not far away. Munchkin's going to be forced off again. It's the same.
Wait, are they going to hit? That's a fake, right? It's a fake, it's a fake, it's a
Boo's
fake.
there to capitalize. They finally managed to isolate
Ah, this
that
fake is
man.
broken when you get the
Haven't
kill.
spotted Lakia. Even still, with a two-man advantage.
Oh,
they
he
now
stayed,
look to
Meteor
head in on the other
stayed.
side of the map. Karen again trying to delay them as much as humanly possible,
NT.
but both players within the site will fall.
Saving would have been better, but
Lakia,
NT.
the last
Hindsight.
man standing, and well, no doubt going to try and hold on to the gun. Want them to do. I
Textures
feel like he
had
is someone
no
that is,
impact this half, man.
a little
Not
bit
one
underrated in
singular
that
piece of
regard,
impact this half.
especially on this map. I think he has a great read.
He is
on
getting
how
shut
to
down.
Play that attack side. 19 and 13 right now. Munchkin again, it's the same. Initial contact, snake bite down, trying to slow them as much as humanly possible. This time, though, there is no opener. There's no success for him.
Mostly weak weapons. Guardians are on the way to help out. Guardians of the B site. See if they can hold it down. Meteor does well to find one, but that's all she wrote.
They got bomb.
Defense here by Texture. Steps
Bruh!
into the smoke, loses his sight for a moment, but now he's got it tied 2 versus 2. Rifles for both, and the Guardian from Texture has been sublime thus far. Spike in the open.
Is this Texture's round?
To retrieve it.
It's not.
Wait, chat, is that spammable?
Kindest of positions. Karon can play Overlord.
Oh my god, they win another low buy round. After losing the first kill,
55
they
HP.
still win the round.
Will do the trick. And he knows that he needs to try and isolate, but that's why Gen.G are going to look to team up together, fight this one, and I thought maybe he'd get away with it, but not quite.
Takes a peek in that window. He could be in a lot of trouble. Over on the A side, already the dash in from Miniboo, as he now looks to hold up close.
Big
but
kill.
the spray's
Big
a bit
kill
whiffy.
from Karon. Holy
Again,
shit.
Karon's able to make it work, but Texture falls on B on the rotate. An advantage now to play with for the side of Heretics. Gen.G are going to have to try to recover this in the post plans. Heretics have given up site control completely.
All right, well.
Someone's getting pulled off the map.
There's just AIDS.
Already the spams have done so much damage. Lackey are gone. Meteor and Karon, an ultimate available, but probably not going to be used. They just can't beat this firing squad. And while
What an embarrassing
Meteor's
map.
position has been revealed, he's going to have to clean these players up so absurdly.
I'm like
quick.
embarrassed
Boo has
at
already
the way the
fallen
rounds
back
need to be
into
won
a
now.
much more passive position. Doesn't want to give anything away. And even if it's going to be Rienz that doesn't get the kill in the end, he's got teammates. Can you now convert this? And I'm looking at the setup as well. I don't know what the read is.
Oh my
Maybe
god.
just for the fact that it
They're
has
all
been
B.
such successful A side takes, but there is an open B side right now.
No shields.
The
no
perfect
utility
call.
on Munchkin. He is playing this just with a Bulldog, and it's because they want that mid aggression early, but they don't get the fight there. Instead, it is the B site that's threatened.
The
and
perfect
Heretics have
call
definitely
was made.
picked the weaker spot. They found the gap in play. Ult used by Meteor. He's got his decoy still to work with. It's going to be set up soon, and here it comes. The big play. The
Wow,
spray is
what
good.
a play. I can't believe he
dropped
chased
immediately,
him.
flash for backside. And the spray from Munchkin, good. Good
GG.
job, he's got that rifle. And
GG
Meteor
chat. Everyone type GGs in
spearheading
chat.
this push. They've got the advantage locked in. That spray has done a lot of damage
Unless-
to Benji's below half. Sitting inside the cage just behind it. It's
GG chat.
faded and
Unless-
left him with nothing.
unless-
Now a 1 versus 4.
They've used the divide.
To try to spray, but he can't
GG.
with the cosmic divide.
GG.
Absolutely gorgeous from Gen.G.
Yet another post plan at B lost for the same fucking reason they lose it every other time.
Order
Jay,
scraping
thank
through a
you
game
for
versus
raid.
them. What are the
Appreciate
chances
you.
you beat Gen.G?
Exactly.
Thank you. My girlfriend's a humongous
FPX
fan
played
of
a
you, by the way.
fantastic game. We were impressed by them, but a lot more to be desired from Heretics if they're going to make this one competitive.
lock in.
Opening it up, Munchkin's down to 22 and Karon's down to 0. Control for Heretics towards Rubble and mass rotations towards this C site. There's already 2 players sat in waiting.
Oh, are they
it's
playing
Benji
to hold
Fishy
it?
and it's Rienz, but they've been
That
pushed
orb
back
is
by that
so
orb.
annoying. Holy fuck.
Texture's going to look to try and play through it.
Just goes through
Always fierce
casually.
with these pistols. They're doubling up. They're expecting it. They're waiting for him, and that works out
Nice,
for them. No
Rienz. You
trades
got
to be
all
had,
3 of them.
And Rienz dominating.
Gen.G,
Play against
and they did not
Gen.G.
let go of those reins once they got their hands on them. For now,
proactivity.
all starts out a similar
any
way.
good team?
Pistol round to Heretics.
Try to figure out what they're doing.
Second,
Don't let them
should
play
be a
their
nice
game.
light buy from Gen.G. I'd be surprised
Wow.
if they go
Rienz
crazy
gets
and
3
force
there?
it. Yeah,
That's
we're seeing just some classes
crazy.
and some Haitians come into
Oh
play.
no, they're
but
just above under.
like you said, they just ran that for a little bit too long.
Oh.
And then the clock became their
Luke
biggest
get a
enemy.
kill?
We're going to see a 2-0 lead for Heretics. Rifles in. Benji Fishy down to 11 HP to start this one off. Gen.G having that full buy. It seems to be that they're set up for the B split. Last time, they broke the alarm bot right
Took
off
full A
rip.
control,
There
inserted
was
the
this
raise.
One player rotation.
Now Viper
but not
goes
much
back to
contact
help the
outside of
Killjoy
that.
take
I
B
think they're
control.
gonna try the same here with the turret down, make noise on A,
And then they
go
split.
through that broken door.
Fake A split B. This strat never fails.
Fight. Both players have the information, but with control lost, fighting for this one definitely has a gamble about it.
The problem is,
Seems
what do you
like
do
they may
after?
end up just going
what's
for
the post
retake
plant look
here on the
like?
Heretic side, but with the weaker weaponry, that's definitely not going to be easy.
Yeah, this is Gen.G playing off the info they got in the last round. It may not have been an ideal conclusion, but
Well, Omen
they
has
at
this,
least
so they don't
fought
have
it
to
out
worry about this.
in a
They
way
need to
that gets
focus
the
on
spike
this.
on the ground.
Like,
Gets their
oh,
opponents
Fade's
on the
ready to
back
help
foot. Like you
raise.
said,
Perfect.
Weaker weapons on the retake, already damage done to players like Benji. It's not going to be easy. There's still so much utility for Gen.G. They didn't expend much. Nade good for Miniboo, though. That keeps it competitive.
What a setup,
Rienz does
man.
well to trade out, but
What
now
a
the pressure's
setup by
on because
Gen.G
Meteor's
there.
hitting everything again. Rienz can't even get out of here. He's stuck in the corner. He's being watched on the way back, and it's Meteor staring him down. That man doesn't miss a shot.
Already had a few in this series, or we just have to combine the statistics.
I'm calling it
much
G2
bigger
Gen.G
number,
final.
Everyone loves big numbers. Either way, it is going to be a buyback. A little bit of extra damage done, so it's not necessarily the end of the world for Heretics, but with the blip that happened in round number 2, maybe would have hoped for a little bit.
What do you mean? What
more.
about Lev? What about Fnatic? I
Nonetheless,
don't, dude.
The only ultimate that's relatively close is Meteor. Miniboo's already dead.
Again, we talk about that robo control. It was a struggle for Team Heretics. Okay, 2 HP on Lakia, and he's gone to another spam. That's an unlucky start. But yeah, the robo control hasn't been fantastic, although those spams do recover some of the advantage. Still sitting towards Gen.G, though. It's a big map. Those rotations, not as easy when you've only got 4 players.
Yeah, they're taking their time.
If I'm right, do you guys all gift
Holding
one?
the tiniest of pixel angles. I can tell you for free that my eyesight isn't that good, but somehow
See? You guys are
he's
fucking
able to
pussies
see
then. You don't even believe in the shit
absolutely
you're saying. I'd gift.
fallen back off of the nade, paranoia through, but there really isn't much
dude.
support. It's taken a long time. I don't think they believe this was the real push. It means that
Who?
the IGL is
Who?
having to try and
Oh.
hold the line on his own, and it isn't going to go well. Benji, Rienz.
It's unreal how well
Take
these people
this one.
trade
Benji
too.
actually going in a little bit early, and I think he's been spotted.
He has, and you see the ping go down for Munchkin. He knows exactly what's going on. Steps out of the way. Oh, but Benji's aware.
Saw him, right? Saw
He
his
knows
gun?
there could be a
He saw his
player
gun, he
here.
saw
It's
his
all
gun.
down to
Oh, he
timing.
didn't.
Which way is he going to be looking when the swing comes through and it's the right way?
Benji.
2
Benji on
versus
this
2.
bomb site does
Kept
crazy
competitive.
shit.
Turret goes down for the info. Turret goes down indeed right after. That spike ticking away. They've decided to play the long game. Reposition up to heaven. Take it together. The steps will be heard now, though. And the headshot angle from Karen. Perfect.
1v1.
Meteor. The man who's been finding 4Ks in so many rounds. He's only got 1 kill
It's
between
impossible
him.
to win this round. No time.
That lead taken out of
has
Heretics
to have
hands.
it.
The defuse
Rush him, rush
needed
him.
all the way, and Meteor sticking close by. 2-2. Now tying it up early on. Gen.G won't let Heretics have much of a lead.
Util will
It took C
clear everything but the
control
box.
and then left, took B
Paranoia.
control.
set up.
Alting
and in fact, the
B
lockdown
now.
put into play. Don't know if they're going to be able to challenge
Raze
off this.
and
May want to
Killjoy
try and
pushing
push
through
more
C?
aggressively on C, see if they can spam it out, but instead it looks like they're just going to have to give this one up. The defense themselves have a lot of ultimates. Nightfall, Showstopper available, even a counter pick could be in play, and in fact,
Oh,
they
he didn't
used
get
the
anything!
Showstopper immediately, just trying to catch in case he was close on the pit. Might have been better to use the Nightfall first, but I guess the success was there anyway.
Oh no,
They've
chat.
sprayed Miniboo after the Showstopper through with an Odin
Oh,
and a Viper's
no.
been activated and an
It's a
inopportune
disaster
time.
class.
Rienz pops his ult and gets shot in the head, and now it's all left onto a man decaying inside a pit.
Bro, they
Just like the
fucking
chances
Killjoy
of
ult
Heretics in this
B.
series is round after round goes
And then
to
they-
Gen.G.
this Viper ult is so
4-2
massive.
in the lead now. That's 4 in a row.
And then even had the nanos ready in case he tried to run through either angle. It was
What's fucked
a
is
perfect post plant that gave him no
They just can't win this
opportunity.
fight.
Now though,
Gen.G always
Odin
wins this
brought
A
into
fight.
play.
And they always take C. Whatever they want, they just
Formation
take.
gone and Showstopper used as well.
Well, they know exactly where that Odin is,
Wait.
but they won't be able to root him out of position. Rienz does well to defend him, but with the door open, Boo loses his life. 4 versus 4. Boo's done a little bit of damage, tickled up some of these guys.
Oh my god,
Meteor,
oh my god,
though,
oh my god.
sneaking his way
Oh
right through.
my
How many
god!
holes Does Benji suspect it? It looks like it. He has an idea, and he strikes just in time, just before Lakia was ready to swing and trade.
Yeah, I think also Lucky.
Don't worry,
just
I'll
had a
give
little bit of
25,
hesitation
guys,
holding the
for the
spike.
random ad that you guys
If
got.
he's unable
that I
to
didn't
get
mean
that
to
kill,
fucking
he's going to wait for his team. Miniboo as well,
play.
this aggression. With the loss of Meteor, it means that the alarm bot was offline,
Everyone
so he
calm
can
the
get at
fuck
this
down.
flank. It's not expected at all. Munchkin walking backwards into the angle, but Miniboo's looking for a little bit more. Still
Wait,
only going to be
traded
the
it.
one.
Oh
With the
my god.
lockdown in
If
play,
Heretics lose this
they're both
round,
gonna
it's
have to be
actual
forced
GG.
completely out of the sight. Lakia is the only one that can really hope to try and do any damage on the way in, and the counter spam is better.
Yeah, no chance,
Aaron,
no
1
chance.
versus 3, and the spike already being diffused. Catches one on the side angle, but needs
No
to get on that
chance.
diffuser immediately, and Rienz buys enough time. The kill locking in the round. Now 3 for Heretics.
Fight for this C site. A lot of the time, the control on A being
I'm
a
surprised
much
they're not
bigger
abusing Meteor, just constantly
the
walking
game
up B and breaking shit here.
I thought for a moment.
They never
Munchkin was
abuse
gonna
that.
Find that Reigns though, clearly. feeling confident in that fight, knowing there was spam going elsewhere, just went running up and gets the opener for his team.
5 versus 4. Miniboo no
Wait,
shields
Meteor,
on
what are
the
you doing?
site.
What are you doing,
He's
Meteor?
got Woos with him to help him out in these duels. Doors being opened and closed a number of times. It just keeps spinning around. See if Heretics get out of their way on
Shameless
the B
ad,
side.
sorry.
There's still 2 stacked
mean.
up, ready, and the spray from Boo is absolutely sublime. Gorgeous stuff. 4 versus 2. And there you go. Meteor,
All right.
although he finds
Perfect
the one,
round.
there's just too many
Well
bodies
played. Good
swinging into
rotations by
play.
Heretics.
I wouldn't be surprised if they use it. In fact, no. They're going to send the Nightfall in instead.
30 seconds left.
An immediate, aggressive push coming out from Texture. He might not be able to hear, but he's hoping the
Oh my
Sage on
God.
the other side. The reveal is perfect.
Oh,
coming out from
wow.
Lakia. But even still, it's only going to be the one. But with
Where the fuck was that
They're going to
eye?
use the lockdown. This will buy them even more time.
Gen.G have a foothold. Karen falling below, but he's been spotted. The swing in from Rihan's not good
Lakia,
for anything. As
Meteor,
Lakia
oh my
lands another,
God.
and Meteor's there to back him up. Recover the rifle as well. Give them a fighting chance up against Benji. He failed in the 1 versus 2 last time. He was ran around the discipline of Gen.G, got it across the line.
Oh, he's
and
outplayed.
We may just
He's
see the
outplayed.
same again.
Meteor is
with
on
Meteor
fucking
swinging on
fire,
the back
man.
and Munchkin on the front.
This guy is on
Another round
fire.
for Gen.G, the attacking
He
side,
can do
building
no
up quite
wrong.
a lead. They can't be feeling too great about their chances here. Showstopper activated and fired through just for the space. It's crowd control. Door opens. Miniboo meets a bullet to the
Meteor.
head from Meteor. But the trade is there. Keeping
Wait,
it alive
wait,
with
wait,
Benji
it's
Fishy,
winnable.
catching the aggression
Karen
from
has to be a
Texture.
hero this round.
Gen.G don't have any advanced control.
Nah,
That's
Rienz
why
does not
Cameron
miss
goes
the
up
shot,
inside the
right?
smoke.
There's no
He's got
way.
himself a nasty angle, but he is isolated.
Tether,
trying to
tether,
hold.
tether, tether them.
Last time he attempted these spams, he got taken out. Karen may just have
Oh.
himself the battle here. The spacing.
Oh, fuck.
Perfect.
They're all
The Caesars caught
blind.
them again.
Oh, fuck.
They can't move. They're all in that little back corner.
Oh, there's just so much util.
Instead, just playing off angles. Karen with another, just dancing around. his own
Yo,
utility,
they're
connecting
fucking...
every
They're just
bullet.
too good, dude.
We haven't had to talk too much about his individual plays so far today because of the presence of other players, but when he's needed, that's exactly where he arrives. Boo, he doesn't even have the time to get anything
running
done
out.
here eventually.
Half running out, half running out, half running out.
Go down, but I'll be honest, right now, they're making it look fairly easy. Munchkin, it's almost
they have
identical
B.
to the last map, just ready with a snake bite, gonna do some
All right,
damage
let's
as
see
they
this
run
retake
in,
by
but
Gen.G.
Not anything too deadly just yet.
Raze and Viper go through C-Link. These guys all go through Heaven.
For Team Heretics, yeah, let's see if they can have back-to-back pistols. That injection of rounds could help them out. It's actually the only place they found success. The Master Shanghai Finals. Rienz not able to land at the start
Yo!
with, and Gen.G flooding the site. 3 quick kills leave Boo.
What do you mean by
locked
that?
out in main. The defuse underway. The swing good to start with. And they think that
Wait
could
a
still
second.
be being defused.
Wait.
Got to take the fights. Although now both players have been spotted. Both players have been tagged. Down low as well. Gen.G on the back foot out of nowhere with Texture stepping up in the
Nah,
headshot for
Texture's
Boo.
broken,
Low
bruh.
HP on both. It's just a few
Oh,
bullets. And it'll
woot!
go down to the nade in the end. But a Red Bull clutch
They needed that.
nonetheless
They
for
needed
the
that
side of
bad.
Heretics.
Needed one at that. That first half ended in a fashion of very little to play with, but
Damn.
this is the guy that
Key round.
when it came
Save
down
them.
to Shanghai was
Save them from disaster.
unbelievable performer.
If they get ecoed, I'm
Put
gonna
himself
leave.
on the map. Bear in mind when we started off this year.
Now they swap up Viper,
Often
Killjoy
dependent
A,
on
which
your
is
opponents
exactly
making
where they're going.
mistakes.
These guys are
This is
sick.
Gen.G.
This is just
Yeah,
sick.
I think they've got their whiffs out in the last few rounds.
They just know exactly what's happening. They're gonna kill the Lurker too. Yep, Lurker's just dead. And Killjoy Viper delay B or A.
Benji Fishy down and out of the round.
Nah, it's
the Lurk
boring,
no
guys.
longer there. Now they look just
It's-
towards the site. A little
He's
whiffy
missed
for
a fucking
Meteor.
shot.
A chance with Munchkin though on the backside, dodging the paranoia and landing
missed
a
a
headshot.
shot?
But 10 HP is enough for Woot to stay alive, to look for some headshot angles and to still participate.
did.
Smoke up the one-way already
Oh.
surpassed though. Lakia has dropped down below and he's got support up top. But up goes Woot. The 10 health man still getting the damage done. They're both quite low. And a man like Texture keen to convert. The first shots don't land, but nor to the last.
What am I
It's Rienz
watching,
taking it across
dude?
the line in an essential round for Team Heretics.
Job is done. They at least get another onto the board. Well,
That's
the
a
fact
first.
that He's able to isolate Meteor.
That is a
Someone who's been
first.
such a threat gets dinked up and then just going up behind the opponent. Even being traded out at the end. It's something. It's a lifeline.
But Heretics still
Went
believe they
back
can win
onto the
this. I
board,
have to
but
respect it.
There's still a part
They
of
have
me
no
that's even more
fucking chance of
terrified
winning
about
this
what's
map.
coming up for Gen.G, because somehow, at least in the last map where things got a little bit tight, these were the rounds that ended up getting away from them. He predicts where the TP's going as well.
Well, they had to do it themselves enough in that first half, so
yeah.
I think
they're still winning the A fight. They're on defense and then they're still winning the A fight with with literally no guns.
Gen.G advantage in a round
One
like this,
Vandal on
smokes up
texture
as
wins
well,
them the round.
Trying to steal back that weapon. It's not for free though. If anything, that smoke gives them the advantage on the side of Heretics in holding it down, but it doesn't.
Hey chat, if Heretics loses, do they swap loot to do list? Yes or no?
Anymore.
I'm not saying should they, I'm saying do they?
I wonder
Do you guys
if
think they do?
Heretics used a lockdown here. You got a couple of other ultimates that are getting very close.
I think they do.
Just to try and make sure that you have the site without too many risks. They've done a lot of damage to Meteor, but obviously that damage is unconfirmed. And I think now, yeah, especially after spotting
Force to use the ult. He's gonna try to break it.
Meteor's gonna try and play
Are you
the time.
sick?
Sit in this corner until the very last second until he has time to strike. He was low.
He was low anyway.
Probably would have gone down anyway. But that's gonna even things back up, and well, Texture had to wait.
30 seconds left.
Massive kill, massive.
Down one way or another.
What?
Nice shot by Munchkin. Another low HP challenge.
What
Steps
the
up in the full
fuck,
health.
man?
Now down to a sliver, even without the Nightfall. A chance.
They used
for
two
Gen.G until
ults?
that Viper's pit goes up. Now
They have to use two ults to win an eco round, bro.
HP. The swing around from Lakia, trying to catch this player. The spray
No,
is good.
do
Karen
not
finds
lose
him.
this round.
And now both
Do
players
not
back on
lose
main,
this
facing
round.
off against rifles. Karen getting most of his health back, and then in goes the C's. Make sure that he's not quite so healthy. The spams have to come through. Lakia suspects that one player will push up close, but it's only to land the nano.
Oh, the molly landed.
And it is activated in time. The defuse denied a little bit longer. Now they have to
They're
force the
chilling, they're
issue
chilling.
and take the fight. They know exactly where Boo is. He has to hold on for survival.
Nice
And a
shot,
wall
Boo.
bang
Nice
headshot.
shot, brother.
That's what pulls it across the line. Heretics were under pressure, but the reaction is perfect for the Red Bull clutch from Boo.
Nice shot, nice shot, nice shot.
Another high impact kill from him. Just
Low
like,
day
be
shot.
able to maneuver around on that site. It was just such a risk to try and get that into play, to use it in a round like this. But it allowed the teammates to fall back, and while Boo, a maestro of his position.
Like, can we get some fucking games or no?
Just to give him that kill, and while he only really got one shot to hit that.
By Karen to keep that
Oh, it was good dodging that. It was
Rest of
huge
the squad
dodging that.
looks to reinforce
They can
the A
fake
site.
A, go B here.
Textures
Fake A, go B
almost in
here.
position.
Yep,
Heretics
this is the
may just
call.
Play into their waiting arms.
Oh my god.
Gen.G
Heretics might bring us back.
Lakia to be holding the angle. Of course, he did push it just moments ago. Operator going to be juggled away so that you can have that entry taken and the utility
Oh my
to
god,
force
a
back
clean sight.
the players.
Didn't even have to use Fatal.
As good as it
It's
can.
a clean
Not
bomb
gonna be able to
site.
Fight this one, but either way,
What's our
probably gonna
post plant
wait
looking like here?
to try and work this as a retake.
We have Viper
Meteor is
holding
also just
A-Link, it's
one
fine.
kill away from a lockdown, so anything he can find just by spams or pre-fires.
This Omen Flash might
could
be
give them
too
away.
deadly though.
Smoke off.
Oh, they don't have.
To play through that.
Never mind.
Well, there might not be much left for him to do. It's being cleaned up on the site.
Whoa!
Nice and easy. At least that's how they
Alright,
make it
Gen.G's
look.
gonna have to pause here.
10 to 8. The gap down to 2 already.
Haven't won it yet.
Last minute purchase, I think.
Oh, he's back to his antics again.
I was going to say it's some wallbangs, but it doesn't seem like
This is so immature.
Munchkin's playing elsewhere. It's going to leave him with problems on the economy
Again, dude, they
That
lose this
happens
fight.
Again. Wu caught trying to teleport back. A similar scenario to what we've seen before. The spams are going to do so much with the headshot back through the wall. It just seems like the second these rounds.
They legit said, shut the fuck up, bro.
Gen.G just find miracles.
Yeah, you just got owned.
Advantage. And both players, one behind a Viper wall, the other behind a real wall.
Oh!
Nice shot by Mini Boo. And the dodge of the rocket as well. The life traded out for a bit of damage with him on 50 HP, but he has a showstopper of his own. Gen.G still have one towards this C site. Meteor now knows there's contact close. The shot not going to land. Just with the Sheriff. Has to be precise on these peaks.
What are
and it's
you
Rian's
thinking
to
there,
shut him
buddy?
down.
Did you think it was just Killjoy there,
for
maybe?
Heretics?
At least a little bit more, and
Oh
it gives more
god,
time.
it's him.
For this
him.
Odin to wrap around, it's complete
It's him.
oversight from Minibu, not paying attention, not
The
ready
Undertaker.
for the players behind. Luckily, Gen.G has found another. Still decent weaponry now in play. With only pistols starting off this round, there's real potential for them to turn this back. Munchkin, his gun was never spotted, but he can't quite
Gen.G is
land the final
fucking
shot.
on
Gen.G
point, bro.
will be the last line of defense.
Well, it looks like they're going to compete for rubble.
This is going to be a hard fight to win. Very, very difficult fight to win for
Heretics. Get out
Heretics.
of here if needed.
Tether.
Goes the wall
Yep.
to start. No one following up on the back of it.
Here.
Viper's Pit used towards the C site.
They are?
To defend it. Good
Really?
spam. Doing some damage as Karen's at least able to find himself a way out with the Shrouded
Really?
Step. But there's no pressure
For
from
what,
Heretics.
though?
They're moving in the other direction. They're moving into the pit. This is a big risk.
They use the Nightfall as well. They also don't have Prowlers, so this really is a gamble to try and force this man out. Lockdown's been put into play as well. They know that they're going to have to go in this direction now. The ultimate usage is absolutely perfect.
Are we fucking smoking crack?
The snake bite to slow them even further. This couldn't have been played any better by Gen.G if they tried. And now with 10 seconds left, Miniboo is going to have to fight tooth and nail. Needs to get this plant, tries to bait in his opponent, wins the fight.
And they're
But
gonna win the
I don't
round?
think that's going to be close enough. It's going to run out at the last second. A nice attempt by the duelist, but that round was played amazingly by Gen.G.
Ends up losing in the end. The judge up close. This is a risky play from Munchkin, and one that will not meet a reward this time. Advantage to the attackers.
Oh boy.
That's a huge early pick. That's already going to force issues for the rest of the team, because you have your plan with deep beat control in mind. It's a risky TP. I guess didn't spot that Rians had already crossed. A few mistakes now being made, and Heretics are going to capitalize on them. What a way to start off this round. Easy early picks.
I think they were jump spotting and didn't see him.
And he's going to be the only player anywhere near.
If Meteor wins this round, I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
He's going to play on the edge, just going to try and take a huge gamble while Boo is waiting, ready for any such play.
All right, clean round is so important here. Okay, we might have a game.
To win as well.
I've seen them go aggressive B a couple of times. This time they're going to double up. This is a trap setup in case they go towards Mountain. This is a scary prospect.
What's happening? Why are they still going C?
What Gen.G need.
Oh, they got out. They got out.
Like this big play.
Oh, they got out. They got out in time.
Escaped. Heretics just about make it out in time.
Woot's TV behind.
The rotation from Woot. Yeah, he's behind, but he's expected as well. Karen's watching it. It'll be a stalemate for now, but with the players coming up down, the crunch is on. And Karen's the one with the pressure. Showstoppers found him.
We lit him up.
Lit him to 4 HP. The lone defender of the
C
site.
He's fucked.
And with the orb down, they're not going to be decayed walking through. Karen needs to be sublime.
He got his
and
one,
only
though.
the one to be found. It's worth it. Trading out his low health. In goes the Nightfall. Meteor and Lakia up close. Ready to swing out. The timing perfect, but then they look the other way. Woot rounds the corner and takes
this game's over. We're getting a third map.
Lands a Munchkin 1v3 for the chances to keep this 12th round out of Heretics' hands.
And he saved Bademperor.
Thinking that he's going for it at this stage. He's so far away.
Oh, Heretics.
Against 3. Still a Viper's Pit.
What's
for
next map?
Heretics,
Bind?
though, and that's a scary prospect for a 12-11 scoreline.
With the Fade players getting tagged. And there is the kill.
Wow.
That's the exact kill they were looking for. They're going to have a decent idea as well that Karen is going to be playing this aggressive ground. Snake bite. Not going to be forcing him off this angle. The paranoia, however, will. They're already looking to try and just execute onto him, and he'll survive longer than maybe
nice knowing all of you.
But even still, the kills have gone the way of Heretics. 2 stand in their way from an impressive comeback on a map that was heavily favored to the reigning Masters champions. Looking to try and take this to a third, but there's still a couple to deal with.
Meteor's had a lot of big rounds, and Munchkin, when he needs to, he can step up to the plate, and he certainly does need to this time. 2 players just around the corner, and he misses them by a hair. Wrapping back around, they're ready, swinging straight into him. Meteor has the info on the first and knows where the other 2 are. The swing is good. He spotted them and heard the Shrouded Step, heard the second 2. They've split the angle, perhaps offered Meteor a chance to isolate them.
Oh my God, say it ain't so.
Lockdown now in play, and it's Gen.G Fishy needing the clutch to keep
Gen.G!
The Heretics, they've got themselves a 3rd map here. An impressive comeback into Lotus. They've taken Gen.G.
All
right, let's see. Oh, I did not run an ad. There's going to be an ad mid game here. I owe you guys more gifted. Okay, I'm going to do 35 gifted.
Double traps waiting for them as they step out into the A site.
Like total.
Already, they're bypassing them. Moving around the
There's going to be an ad in 8 minutes. Good luck. Sorry about that.
Flash, the first one wasn't so good, but
I didn't run an ad because I was answering questions.
Now, Texture left on the off angle to try to catch them. Can't punish on the player caught by the trap, but does deny the spike plant. But the
big 5v4. Do they TP though? Do they TP? Do they get bomb TP or no?
It's now patience for Heretics. They don't need to overextend. They don't need to take too much of a risk.
I love how Heretics have just paused.
And are sort of hoping that there is more of an extension on the other side. I think they're also waiting for Boo to try and get into position.
Oh my God, this Sky Flash.
Look at the pop flash. It's going to be coming straight.
Huge proactivity there.
Already a couple, but Rien's responds immediately.
Oh my
And he
god,
adds one more
Rien's.
to the pile. And Karen, he just about manages to get the kill onto Miniboo, but there's still 2 remaining.
Rien's
once again.
Picking up the pistol, grabbing themselves a decent buy, follow up on what should be a 2-0 lead. They managed to avoid a lot of the dangers there.
Jesus,
we talked about
man.
the traps that were in play.
This would be such a huge win for Heretics.
Because they had gone around the back and dealt with Munchkin.
Wait, it would be fucked if Sen wins and has to play Gen.G
able to grab themselves to
make it out of groups. Y'all are ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Not they're going to almost immediately execute here. You can see 3 players
bro.
ready over on that A side of the map. Lots of utility to be combined. Still got the trip setups, and they've got themselves the nade, which will go in immediately, doing a fair amount of damage, but also denying that thrash. Further push from Meteor, in fact. He's going to step up with 2. A great start to this round, but there was a response.
How to get him out.
2 players down for Heretics. Although they got Meteor, they still have so much ground to cover. Just take a look at how many players are waiting on this A site. They rotate through, the TP won't be for free. Karen goes looking, and he certainly finds, with Boot down, the spike, a couple of flashes that are usually online, but Woot's already burned his, and Rien's, I assume, didn't get the Dizzy back. They're gonna go straight through. Lakia almost caught off guard. That door opens just a second too late.
It's clueless.
Now,
there's nothing going on in this guy's head.
Second time. See what ground it can find.
And he's all tatted up too.
Just in time, and Lakia, well, with that, seems to have secured the round. A firing squad arrives just in time to take them down.
Wow.
That's
He's
not
going
the
to stay
case.
here now because that flash hit.
Eventually, we'll have to take a gamble. 40 seconds
I don't understand.
left.
Are they
It's time to
faking
make
A?
call on where we're
Are they
going.
going
I
to
think
fake
the
A and then
will
TP and
split.
B?
They're trying to find the trip. That's the bigger issue. They want to go through, but they can't find it. They can't break it. So it's still there. And it's just being waited for contact. Finally, there is that split you were talking about, but they're heading straight into the judge. Karen up close, waiting. First is easy. And now they have to go. There's only 17 seconds left, and they're all just falling to this judge. He's going to take them all.
It's like a pretty good gun. That should stay in the game.
If they're going to go for this, they need to sprint to try and retrieve it. And with the Molotov down, there just is not enough time. The judge, and it pains me to say it, is going to win the round for the side of Gen.G, and even escaping from Karen seems difficult.
Weapon bought up, and the one that finds all the results. This is, I mean, this is a danger of going blind into a site so late. They pump the brakes for the entirety of the round, Tom, waiting for aggression, waiting for a mistake to be made, and in the end, that was their mistake, because Gen.G are a patient squad. Happy to sit back.
A team that doesn't over-rotate. Gorgeous.
Still, that control is going to be taken, and more importantly, the dimensional drift is going to be online. This is the one major factor with this Yoru that plays such a huge part. It's just the space and angles that you're able to clear. And the question will be, is how did Gen.G react to this now?
Well, they need to break the camp. They're hearing it activated here and there inside of A, and well, now it's only the man operating the camera that's left alive. Miniboo pushing up, is ignoring it completely. He sat on the corner waiting for the re-aggression. A smart play, misses the shot to start, but he gets there in the end.
Wow, Heretics is running their
they know
pockets.
they've got all the space to work with. The plant's underway. Rien's most certainly has. We need to see the same thing from Gen.G.
Let's see, fully exec.
Again,
oh, texture.
Oh,
texture said I'm fucking winning us this game.
Okay, well, I'll take that one right back. There's some weapons to be retrieved. There's a showstopper in play, and Woot's gone before the rocket lands.
Oh, God. Needs to get out. As said, a lot of the time he's a safe pair of hands. That was a way back into the round if he falls, but instead, that early aggression from texture, you always know that at any stage, this man can be a danger. And the hero rifle he had has done just that. Even the support of Karen from behind. And now they just fall back. Even using the Seekers, it's not the worst ult to expend in a moment like this, just to make sure that you haven't lost too much
Munchkin
ground
takes the long line. Sky's going to bait them in.
Even wary that they're about to make the hit onto long. Instead, though,
Gen.G has this in the bag.
Play. And with a defensive smoke in position, I don't know if they're going to try and risk it and jump out. It seems like they are going to try and potentially make a move around it, but you can see Lakia is honed in, ready and waiting.
He has trouble though. Never mind. Munchkin comes out along at just the
texture
right moment.
Saves them, bro. These guys get ecoed so often.
And they've done just that.
And Skyult?
Instead,
and your ult?
Early information fought for. An immediate use of the ultimate, but Karen's going to ignore it. Just try and deny anybody else from pressuring.
Kept Hookah, though.
They know exactly where he wants to go. Secondary location chosen. Miniboo out of the ult.
Huge kill. Huge entry.
Flash around the left side. Meteor's done well to keep this one competitive.
Meteor.
Already under his belt. And
Meteor.
Fourth and denied the fifth. It's Woot keeping it alive for Team Heretics. Has to go and retrieve that spike. And then the world is his oyster. Only Munchkin between him.
Oh no, he's read the TP. You didn't hear it.
To play with. A minute on the clock. He's going to use the TP to immediately rotate, but he's definitely worried about the potential of his opponent already being there. Munchkin stood in a spot where it didn't matter where the plant went in. He would have the knowledge.
Oh boy.
Woot's actually just going to look to fight.
Oh boy.
Get right up in his face. Go for that final shot!
Bye.
And it is perfect. Lands the final bullet around the Meteor. Well, he gave everything for.
Heretics came in, warmed up, ready to go. Certainly seems like we had a bit of an activation from Meteor with this. Good positioning around the back. I didn't even see Guppy.
Keeps getting in
so quickly on the second player up close. It wasn't quite enough. A big round for Heretics as they
Facing looks
Ooh.
a fair bit quicker this time. Who could control taking it?
Oh my god, he's run up, walked up long.
It's a position they have problems with. Lackey is going to remove Boo.
Excuse me.
Some of that late round utility already gone. Also, a player that has been their lurker. It might.
Oh well, B split, but they have 3 here. So what now?
On the other side of the map, and in fact, they're actually going to try and use the pit to get out. The counter spam.
Wait.
It's
Wait.
In fact, Rians has found 2 through the wall.
They
It's got
tossed.
to be frustrated if you're on the other side. Still Meteor's
Nah,
here.
they threw.
He managed 4 in the last round.
Planted.
This time that would be enough, but he's going to be decayed all the way down.
Oh
And
my
that will be
god,
enough
yo,
for
Meteor
Benji to
is
clear it.
owning.
Could have been either player that he took down. If it was the Viper, perhaps they'd be in with a chance. Instead, well, maybe again, Karen's going to toy with
Oh
the
my
idea
god.
of the orbital strike straight through the smoke and the wall. Benji couldn't find a safe space to hide, and
He has
now
Brimall.
they really
Orbital
need to be
strike.
careful. Orbital strike.
Oh my god, it's gonna get both.
Both players trapped. Gate crash available. Used, but Karen.
They
after
killed
the
him
time,
again.
Grabs the kill onto Woot, but it was traded out just a little bit too early.
Both go for the fight, and it's just that he lands that bullet quicker than the orbital strike can kill him. That's insane. This whole round was insane. 2 through the wall, then this kill through the wall, which removes the pit, and then literally that shot is the difference. If he goes down even a split second sooner.
I thought we lost.
I thought we lost.
Yo.
Can't even believe it themselves.
I mean, if Gen.G can
6-3.
pull together 5 rounds,
Guaranteed
I still think they probably win this game.
Equal half for Heretics.
Lucas
Who's already in
Sky
that
B.
lower bracket. Sentinels,
They're...
a Masters winner with the opportunity.
I like
to
this
watch
though. I like that they
game,
do
watch
Sky
every
Flash
single
Hookah
round.
and Yoru runs all the way up long.
And FPX who
It just takes so much
They've already
space.
shown
It shouldn't be this
Heretics
easy to
that
take that much space up
they can go
long.
toe to toe and even come out with some wacky
And it wouldn't be that easy if
compositions that
Viper
could
was playing B,
throw
but
you off
instead it's
completely. They beat you
Viper's
on
playing
this
short.
map. Here we go though. Thrash. Already used.
What?
Even while blind, double blinded. Doesn't even matter. That's Miniboo gone, and they might have to pump the brakes. No, they're continuing this push right
What is
into
happening?
the hands of Munchkin. He's going to try and retreat, and Lackey has gone down elsewhere. In fact, everybody's falling.
Well, round over.
It's a wave of red for the attacking side as Benji Fishy grabs
Do you think
the
it was
shot to the
smoked
back
or
of
something?
Munchkin's head, and Boo, he's so annoying to play against. They're not even clearing it. No!
Bruh.
Boo!
Bruh.
The disrespect
We're doing that?
is surreal.
We're doing that? They're
Ultimate's
losing
still there,
Bong
but
B
if anything,
so
Viper's
easily.
pit can easily be countered by that dimensional drift. In fact, it's going to be used early. Looking to just try and clear things out.
Well, he's got some space, but he's forced straight into a fight, surrounded and dropped by
Nice.
Karen. Meteor up close, finally manages that
Oh
opening
my
with Woot
god,
down,
they
but
still
Karen
get
and
traded.
Lackey fall right after. Now the pressure on for Texture, his teammate on the other
fuck.
side of the map. And
Okay,
he will quickly
okay.
be dealt with.
Okay,
Team
guys, I
Heretics,
don't know.
it was a little bit
This is looking
shaky to
tough.
start, but they pulled those kills right back. And now Munchkin has to do this 1v2 all alone.
Yeah, Boo is feeling himself
Not gonna be
too.
useful here, unless he wants to try and walk back into the site, but likely won't give him anything. And Benji's already rapping. He's just going for it. He's just going to take the fight alone.
Oh, yikes.
You can see the confidence
Oh,
from this
yikes.
Heretic side is off the charts at the moment. Basically, floor all of the issues that they were having. And the times they did run into
All right.
awkward things, you could see they didn't do it again. Now pressure on again. Munchkin.
Pretty annoying split to deal with.
That snake bite down to try and slow them, but it
They take the whole site and they Viper ult.
Viper's pit. Oh, Munchkin corrects in time, but he still falls, as does the pit, leaving Meteor.
Wow. Problem is, Heretics always end up trading these
Now
situations.
towards the defensive side, Spike recovered, and Team Heretics have to think about taking
never
this
mind.
somewhere else. The Meteor still floating around, grabbing all these kills. One safe haven for them to plant, or so they thought. The Molly forces him out of the round.
Did he just go around the entire Molotov?
He has to do it all by himself. The whole squad bearing down
8-4.
upon him now at least. Heretics, well, they clearly
happening?
have done some reading into this.
What's happening? Why am I getting music?
But it is most certainly not Gen.G
Prius again.
walking straight into the A site, and only one man, the snake in the grass, the man who got a knife kill.
Oh
but
boy.
won't quite be able to stab them in
Oh
the
my
back
god, he
this
got
time.
eaten
Texture
out.
falls as a result of the damage
What?
done, though. And we're back to equal territory.
Hey, don't see Tiger kills too often nowadays, but even still, that's a big one. Puts things even. There's going to be a
Yeah, chat, you guys are
flank
weird,
fight
chat.
as well.
That's not how I meant
That
it.
battle could be what ends up deciding it, although considering the plant, it's going to be difficult for them to get back in. Lakia already eliminating Gen.G.
Yeah, right, suck my
Munchkin
dick.
as well, and this is looking clean. Left on to Miniboot, and he's not even going to get one. A good round from Gen.G to kick off this second half.
Like, what?
Let's be real, Mitch, it was needed.
Is that
It
shit?
really was.
But I mean,
Otherwise,
we have a
home
game
stretch
now.
was within.
This is the thing, when you
fine.
have that Gecko Sky combo, you can use your flashes for info. This is what we talked about though. Texture being set up, Boo dodges the flash, gets the opener for himself, removing the danger man, or at least one of them. And actually Lackey has now gone down as well. This is starting to look pretty problematic.
Oh boy. Karen.
This
All you,
bonus
Karen.
round had a lot invested into it. Maybe even leaving Munchkin with less desirable economy for the next round if they don't manage to find a little bit more here. Wanting to at least get a bit of damage done. He's fighting tooth and nail.
Right,
One of
kid!
his last bullets before the reload.
This guy's a miracle worker.
This comes back into a competitive position.
Dude!
As he'll
He has
keep
a
it in
horseshoe up his
2 versus
ass.
2.
Such smart play. He knew he was being baited by the player further back and just kept falling back, retreating and taking the fight. Guerrilla warfare, and it's worked out. Gen.G with another on Meteor.
Okay.
And now
How have they won this round?
This round was looking so heavily favored, and instead they are massively on the back foot with the
my
defuse
God.
underway.
Oh my God.
Here comes the swing.
Oh,
and this is everyone
shit.
stopping the defuse. But still plenty of time left to bring it across the line. Massive clutch. Red Bull clutch, in fact, for Rienz.
Like, helped out massively by the wingman. There was 0% chance I think he wins that otherwise because they are split across from each other.
Perfectly
it should
played.
be the perfect crossfire, but I think it's almost the fact that Meteor ends up swinging first,
Wow.
both having deeper angles, and because of that, there's no immediate response for the trade. The main thing, though, is Rien's read. The fact that he works out where both... They're going to have to re-clear everything, though. Tiger being used just to remove any doubt. Benji's aggression is punished, but there, again, is an immediate trade. Thrash is available if Rians wants to use it, but finding a safe spot is going to be more important, and it might even be worth
4v4.
just holding onto it for the retake.
Okay, good ult.
Information will be found, and with the orbital strike, they could look to try and lock off some of these spots. Instead, he's going to be caught in it, but he goes swinging instead.
Wow, Texture is a god,
second
bro.
as well. No trade to be had. The nade will deny any repeat, and an
Jesus.
afterblock guaranteed.
Does a lot of damage too. Wood's down to 70 at this point. What a phenomenal read by Texture. He knows exactly where that second player is going to swing in from and corrects to it before he even gets to the angle. Absolutely unbelievable gameplay. And for Heretics, now they're
Oh my.
okay, being punished for absolutely everything. I think Woot missed one bullet straight to playoffs. It would have been a
Need Texture
very
to turn
much
up bad
uphill
right now.
battle for Gen.G, and instead they're close to being on equal footing with this squad. Texture's nade, it's going to cause some problems. Woot will be tagged a little bit, I believe, in that corner.
kill.
Lackey has been dropped in the meantime, though. That's the one rifle that Team Heretics have. Now spotted, shown to be towards this position. They deal with him, but they might not even need to. They can just go for the plant.
Counter utility.
Oh boy.
Almost baiting them into a fight. They're going to go swinging.
Oh
found that kill as well.
no, what a
Another
big
3v5
kill.
attempt. As they've lost the early blood, flash out, another one. In fact, they're looking to try and fight this. Benji's now found another. This is all falling apart for Gen.G. In fact, they're not getting anything. It's left all onto Munchkin.
Oh
It'll be
no.
the MasterCard Thrifty. I don't know how they've taken that round. It said they barely had anything.
No, No, they didn't. And a rifle right in front of him, behind a box. It's a free upgrade. And now everyone can go swinging. Because you've got 2 rifles to work around. It's this one. That shot, free rifle, free ability to swing this one as a team. And Miniboo hits his shots every single time.
Miniboo.
I like as well, again, what this composition, there's just so much utility that disrupts everything that's Gen.G is doing.
Oh my god.
Now their own economy is on the brink. Wu is about to get aggressive, looking for a fight. He's going to find one. The trade will be there, though, but
wow,
there's a
they
second
won
player
those
for Heretics
trades
as well.
And that Spike sat alone now outside of A. Meteor finds a bit of ground, but only the one to be landed before Rienz is able to trade back. He's been locking down control of B long. There's next to nothing that anybody can do to seize back a position there. And
oh, he almost saw him.
A split second away from seeing that player. Texture.
Yeah, Texture's gonna win in this round.
Someone close by. And the TP from Miniboo! Cerebral play! He snuck the gate crash past him, and the balls to go for that. Unbelievable.
In a 3v2, that's mental. Like, you could have easily just thrown the round away, but again, it seems like when this Heretics roster gets more and more confident.
Traps cover in the back. No need to look backwards. Instead, they focus right in front. Texture already in, but he's been let past by Boo. Only finds the one as a result. Luckily, they were still clearing those angles. The deep showstopper not landing. The Viper's Pit is covering off all of this.
It's
control.
GG? No, it's not.
There will be a small gap where the spike is planted.
Seekers online. A kill for Gen.G would also get a counter pit. It seems like they're going to try and force them into awkward battles. Texture has done so much. Wu is tagged for just 3 HP. The players out of Hookah are desperately trying to just fish out where that Viper is going to be hiding from. And the flashes have done
so
well.
Much
Gen.G gets one.
Wait, no way.
Texture now dropped as well. This is starting to fall apart a little bit, but they still haven't dealt with the pit. Still looking for where that last man standing. Karen holding his ground.
Oh
He'll
yeah.
come out with a third, but that spike is already being defused. They have to get towards it. And guess what? Another 4K will be there for Gen.G. An 8th round on the board.
So many 2Ks that didn't light up the sky or anything, but they were essential. And you can see if he got one less, round's not going his way. This time, though, here on Vine, he's really hit his stride. Now sitting 23-11, the kill leader by a long shot. Gen.G will have a relatively easy time if they can deal with Boo. The only man standing in their way, stopping that plant.
Perfect call. Astra's dead. Astra won't even get one. That's boring, guys. I hate knowing this shit. I just hate knowing. Like, Heretics is going to pause after this round. Like, I know that. It's obvious.
Under their belt. They put him in an impossible position. That execution really couldn't have done anything more. And actually, it seems like Heretics are just going to sacrifice this one.
For free. Gen.G have got backside A control. They've got site control. They've got everything. And Meteor, I saw.
You know what I mean, chat? I'm just like bored. I'm bored of predicting. I'm just not going to predict shit anymore.
It's a safe.
It's boring.
A safe. I can't imagine that the players on the other side.
It's boring telling you guys what's going to happen.
It's going to be so difficult to find a way back in.
They have no idea Texture's up here. Not a clue.
That's why they're going to try and run into what is Texture. And while
he should have had all three.
Instead,
he should have had all 3.
He gets the one, but does a lot of
damage. He's not feeling himself right now.
The players have no choice but to try and leave this position. But again, it's meteoric heroics that end up closing out this round. There was, again, you look at what was being done by Heretics, I don't mind it. They needed to clear that backline. They needed to find that guy. The flash was perfect, just like the shots from Boo. And of course, with the save that we've seen from the side of Heretics, there's
why are we giving Astra wall?
They want to try and get rid of the guns as well. Munchin has done well. Is Boo really going to survive on 2 HP? It looks like he will.
All right, guys.
What a round.
You know what I mean? It is
trying to break records of how many rounds they're going to play this tournament. If they go on a run, I think they might. Miniboo waiting, but it's only going to be the one.
Trid.
And they know that, or they should know that Woot is around this angle. The Tiger just being used at the inopportune moment. Lackey is waiting. The flash.
Well, they know there's at least 2B now.
Anything. And that's the thing.
They know there's 2B. This 2-2 setup is terrible by Heretics. And they're going to stay in it.
Duo, though. Like having Rians alongside Ben.G, they've been so good at getting info, finding the delays.
Oh my god. Oh, Ben.G.
Look like, but it doesn't matter. Ben.G gets the kill anyway.
They killed Sky too, so they should know they're coming here.
We've seen the B site under pressure with just one man holding it. They were overwhelmed. This time, no. There's a lot of gaps on the side of Gen.G, and even more so now with Munchkin down. No way through, you'd imagine. The Meteor manages to find himself one. The site taken over by Ben.G. Stood underneath.
Yo, Ben.G fishy!
And there's backup on the way.
Ben.G, what a round!
The game is...
That's the main thing. It's a little bit of a break, but also it gives you a good opportunity to dodge some pretty fearsome teams. Think about those #1 seeds, the potential of someone like Leviathan. You're not going to want to face them against. I guess in some of the other groups.
Talking about
surely we deserve an overtime, though.
Yeah. For Heretics, it's so important to get that win on the board. Now look at this. We've seen the judge in this position before do damage.
Oh, fuck. It's GG.
Well, he's not slowing down.
Gen.G versus Sentinels.
Players dropped, and indeed, Thrash kept for later on.
Oh, God.
He's taking a risk.
GG.
Has to get this kill, otherwise it might just be GG. A 2 versus 5 needed to stop Heretics. And it's Riens who's in position. He wants a little bit of revenge. Gets one blind. Munchkin is not long for this
Gen.G
world.
finally
18
loses.
HP. That's not the guy
Heretics to playoffs?
But even still, this looks like a bridge too far. An impossibility. And for Heretics, a team that struggled towards the end of EMEA, played versus FPX and were almost defeated. Maybe even should have been. They're coming up against the inarguable best team in the world right now.
30 seconds left.
And unless in 30 seconds 4 kills are going to Munchkin, they've taken them down.
It looks to be just a formality at this point. An impressive comeback in the series, in the map, and Ben.G fishy.
Well fucking played, man. Well fucking played. What a big win from them.